Hello and welcome to Liverpool FC Journal. I'm Owen James. This is your Liverpool news update, guys. We are still, 10th of January, still no signings. I don't think there will be any, if I'm being honest with you. There's a lot of links, there's a lot of stories going round. I genuinely don't think there will be any signings in this transfer window. I think we'll come through this window and have the same squad. And I've got to say, I was having a really interesting chat with a friend of mine at work today who's a Chelsea fan, funnily enough, not very happy Chelsea fan, and he was talking about our squad, and I think he made some great points. Actually, he talked about the lack of depth in the Liverpool squad. He talked about the lack of players to come in certain positions and back up certain players, and I think he's right. You know, he kind of said, look, you've got a lot of star players and a lot of star power, and your first 11, when all fit, will take anybody apart. And I think he's right. You know, playing to the fullest of our potential, our strongest 11 will do that. But he said, you know, basically behind your star players, you haven't got anybody. You haven't got the strength in depth of squad. And he's right. You know, we do need to look, I think, for that strength in depth of squad. We really do need to bring in more players, I think, to give options. Now, one of the big things that's kind of been talked about is how when he was at Feyenoord, Arne Slot liked to use wingers. He had 4 wingers. He rotated them. And I was talking to my mate today, and I was talking about this, and it kind of really brought it home and got these ideas in my head really clear. You know, out-and-out wingers. Who have Liverpool got as out-and-out wingers? Realistically, Salah, but you know his pace is on the wane. Ryan Gamoa, not trusted by the manager. Cody Gakpo, I wouldn't call an out-and-out winger. Chiesa, again, I wouldn't call him an out-and-out winger. So there's a real lack of, I don't know, depth in that winging position. I think Slot, you know, probably looks at it and goes, well, who the hell have I got to play there? Genuinely, who the hell have I got to play in those positions? Now, one player who has been speaking, obviously, you know, we all hope that Antoine Semenyo could be a solution to that. It's turned out that Antoine Semenyo isn't a solution to that. But he's gone to Manchester City and he scored today. Obviously, you know, Mo Salah as well, seeing Egypt through to the semi-finals of AFCON. Congratulations, Mo, on that, whilst I remember that one. Now, this player, Yan Diamonde, very attacking, very exciting, young, teenage winger prospect. Not someone who, if you signed him, would go into Rob Page's under-21s, which seems to be the current trend at Liverpool. He'd be someone who would come in and be a contender to be in the first team from straight off. He plays currently for Red Bull Leipzig in the Bundesliga, is playing and is doing exceptionally well. Now, why him, you may ask? Well, this is what he said on his social media. He says, yes, I do. He said, I want to play at Anfield. I want to play for Liverpool. I'm a big fan of Liverpool. I'm a big fan of Liverpool because my father's dream is to see me play at Anfield. So that's my dream. You know, to fulfill my father's dream is a dream for me too. I mean, if ever a player was just saying to FSG, to Liverpool, come and sign me. I want to be there. And this is a player who has attracted attention from across Europe, from Spanish clubs, from Manchester United in this country, from Chelsea in this country, from a number of top English Premier League clubs. So look at it this way. This is a guy who is not just any old winger. This is someone who is attracting interest from all over Europe. This is a very talented player. In the Bundesliga this year, he's made 14 appearances, scored 6 goals, had 3 assists, and 9 goal contributions in 14, which is pretty good considering he's played in only 67% of the starting 11 and 66% of the minutes, but has a 31% goal participation rate this season in his domestic league. And in a strong, tough league as well. So, you know, look, you've got to give him his props for that. Obviously, no mug whatsoever. Then you add into that, of course, as well, you know, overall season, he's made 16 appearances in all competitions. He's scored 7 goals, 4 assists, 11 goal contributions in 16. Averages a goal every 148 minutes in the league, a goal every 151 in the cup, and a goal every 149 minutes this season. Has played over 1,000 minutes of competitive football this season. So he's a regular. He's someone who, you know, does play regularly in the Bundesliga, a talented player. He's played for Leipzig this season. Obviously, he has come from the Spanish side of Leganes, where he made a number of appearances as well. Has got experience in Germany, in Spain. As you know, in terms of what type of player is he? Well, Diamonde has sharp body feints, blistering explosive first step, strong close control, relentless balance and determination. There is also end product to his game. So you know, there's clearly talent there, an ability there. So this is a good footballer, you know. And I went away. I've had a look at some of what he does, and he looks a very talented footballer. He looks a very good winger. He's a guy who can play right wing. He can he can play left wing. So again, he would fill a number of needs in a number of different positions. And look, the fact that he actually wants to come to the club. And I know he's a player that Liverpool have looked at, so it's not just someone saying, I want to play for Liverpool, because, you know, I think if you talk to a lot of professional footballers around the world, they would say, I want to play for Liverpool. You know, the one player that's kind of snuck in under the radar was a Greek guy called Christian Solis, who's played in Belgium this year and done very, very well indeed. He was talking about the only thing that would make him leave his club is Barcelona and Liverpool. Now, this is not a guy that Liverpool have previously looked at, a Greek player. This is just someone saying they want to play for Liverpool, which is great. But Yan Diomande is someone I know Liverpool have looked at. Now, if there is a possibility to get this guy, now I think this would, you know, potentially not be a January move. This could potentially be a summer move for this player. But this is a move that keeps on coming back up for Liverpool. Yan Diomande. You know, he does look to be someone, I think, who is a long-term approach for him and would be a player who, you know, I think could come in and be the Luis Diaz replacement, possibly even be a Salah replacement long term. This is a very exciting player, and certainly someone I'm hoping Liverpool are genuinely looking at and taking encouragement from what Mo Diomande, sorry, not Mo Diomande, that's another player, from, as a defender, from Yan Diomande and what he said. There's a lot of Diamandes. It seems a very common name in Africa, to be perfectly honest with you. So look, a good possible signing there, someone I definitely think we should be taking time to look at. Right, guys, we'll be back with further videos, obviously in the build-up to the Barnsley game, obviously looking at further transfer news as well. Let me know what you think of this link to Yan Diomande. Is it a goer, or is it one that you wouldn't want to see at Liverpool? Thanks for watching the Liverpool FC Journal. If you've enjoyed the content, please like, comment, share and subscribe.